Hey everyone. It's been a minute. It's been a while. I don't know. There's 18 messages in this chat from the guys. I'm not. I can't. Okay. Um, we're back. This is Try Takes. We took a little hiatus post Super Bowl. We've had a midterms, just kind of a busy overall schedule. But we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up, and I'm super excited. So I'm going to bring on the most important co-host on this podcast. Hey, Sam.
Let's go. What's up? We had a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover.
We had a very, we definitely did. I feel like that's fine though. Oh, I just got rid of you.
You just
sorry, I have too much power.
canceled me. Yeah. But yeah, we're back. We have some interesting topics to talk about.
A lot of sports going on right now. A lot.
A lot of sports. And a new logo to unveil to the public.
I didn't say it. You said it. I mean, I'm really excited. Am I forgetting anything?
I think we should bring Luke on.
Who is that?
I don't know. Some shit.
Where is he? He's not even here. Hey, you bitch. Oh, shit. Swearing off the bat.
Cursed on podcast.
Oh, man. We're going to get...
You forgot to leave out the part that Dan and I both got a stomach bug.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so actually, that's a good point. So we were planning on recording last week, and we're like, hey, we're going to, unveil the logo, whatnot, and then I started yakking everywhere. Sam was the only survivor.
I've been evading that shit.
Never say never, though. I mean, it could happen. So
I hope it does.
That's not nice.
Okay, thanks. You're gonna be the one having to deal with me. You fucking live with me.
Luke, how are you doing?
I'm good. There's a parade inside my city. Yeah.
That's an
paradise in my city.
Maybe I should just leave some music on very quietly. Kind of
just raise it every time Luke speaks.
It just came out that Brandon Clark suffered a season-ending Achilles tear.
Tear?
Yeah.
His Achilles cried, so he's out for the year.
Yeah.
Luke, what are you looking forward to talking about today?
We got some NBA stuff to talk about. Even though the NBA, I mean, it's exciting. The regular season's coming to a close right before our eyes. But it's kind of in a somewhat of a lull right now. I wouldn't say there's really anything very exciting going on.
I would say the one thing pretty exciting, I mean, not for us, but the East is definitely heating up just because of how well the Bucks are playing. Which sucks. But
and the Knicks, buddy,
yeah,
8 in a row.
The Knicks beat us. The Nets beat us. The Bucks beat us with their bench or our bench. So rough times. But I think most importantly, we got to talk this new logo. This has been a long time coming. We've been trying to make our own brand. Shout out Gavin Hart. I will pay you one of these days. We're still in talks. I heard from his brother that his computer, after he made our logo, apparently his computer completely broke.
Like it was so fire.
Our logo is so heat that the whole thing just shit the bed. But you know what's funny?
I don't think that's what happens.
My charger is not. I gotta plug in my laptop. God damn it!
What a view.
Keyboard cam. Keyboard cam.
Sorry, everyone. Okay, now I have to hold on.
We're a little rusty. It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a minute. So you guys fill the void while I adjust.
We missed the All-Star game. I just realized we haven't recorded since before the All-Star game. Yeah, Jason Tatum dropped 53 points. Which is an All-Star game record.
I think the All-Star game is a load of baloney. It doesn't matter anymore. I think the dunk contest was great. It got revamped with McClung. That was really cool. So,
All-Star game doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, and it should. When Kobe said when he played, he wanted to put up he's like, these are the best basketball players in the world. I want to show that I'm better than them. And no one needs to prove that anymore because of load management and because stars don't get hurt. No one wants to prove that yet now.
Everyone became a pussy.
And there's no real way to prove that. So, but
yeah,
true.
I digress. We got to unveil this new logo. I wish I had like a drum roll, but I think we're just gonna get right into it. Let me share my screen. Are you guys ready? The new Tri-Takes logo is here. Boom.
Boom.
Whoa!
We teased it on Instagram.
I love it personally. I mean, we got to look at some of we teased it on Instagram, but we got to look at these details.
So dope.
We came to Gavin and was like, I was like, look, we'd love like a map kind of compass kind of feel, like maybe like the map pin. That was Luke's idea. And look at what he gave us. Like we got a compass here, which we're gonna make. I want to do just the TTA in the compass, and that will be kind of like our social logo. You know what I mean? But go over here, dude. I mean, thank God most of New Jersey is covered, but look at look at that. I mean, I get a whole little area over here.
Let's go New York.
Yeah, because Jersey's connected to New York.
I like how Luke and I, like, our main fandom is here, but like really what's highlighted is here.
Get that stupid logo out the corner.
Because you're fake fans, dude.
Get that stupid one out the corner.
But this is our logo. And then
that
now
logo
I guess
is dead ass the only picture the three of us have together.
Actually
get it out the corner.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying that's why that was a logo.
You know what I think in future, if we ever get to the point to make merch, this should be a t-shirt.
Fuck no.
That would be a sick shirt.
The picture of us three.
Bada bing.
Yeah, no. Woo, let's go.
And then right, one more thing.
Hit that.
Not this, because this is kind of annoying, but definitely this. Bada bing.
Love it. Love to see it.
Love that. I'm gonna make those guys a little smaller while I talk our schedule. So we're gonna kick it to Sam. Sam is gonna return that kick with some NFL Combine talk.
We just watched the receivers run their 40s.
Yeah,
it was cool.
No one really stood out.
There was that one guy that ran the 4.38. That was cool, or 4.37. Yeah. And then we're gonna also talk some contracts because franchise the tag deadline is Tuesday. Yeah, so some things are gonna start kicking over with Daniel Jones, Lamar, more. Then we're gonna punt to Luke, and Luke is gonna fair catch it with some NBA. Just general what's going on. Some news just came out about John Morant that we have to get into.
There's a parade
unfortunately.
In City, yeah.
And then we're gonna throw a Hail Mary to me, and I'm gonna talk MLB spring training. We got a lot of new stuff, pitch clock, rookies shining out. I mean, the Diamondbacks, that's a big topic for us, the Diamondbacks. We were watching the Dodgers Diamondbacks game, and there's just like their roster talent right now is so awesome. And it's really cool. Like it's cool seeing a team that's like, hey, like this is a team that has a lot. They feel like the Astros from years back. Like this is a team that has like 4 or 5 guys that could just break out like instantly. So, but I digress. Let's talk some Combine. Sam.
So, I don't know if it says my hashtag, but we had some big boys running fast in this Combine. Didn't really watch the full Combine, anything like that, but I have the numbers up, and there are 3 guys that stood out. And spoiler alert, they all ran the first day. So the first guy I want to talk about, who had one of the best combines I've seen in a really, really long time. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Adetomiwa Adebaware. That's probably butchered.
You definitely butchered that.
How do you spell his name?
Adeto. Miwa.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some credit. That is, I don't know how.
I don't know. Adetomiwa. Bore, something like that. Whatever.
This is
So-
we're gonna get. Oh, okay. Here we go. Pronunciation guide. Tamiwa, Aditamiwa, Adibare,
Okay.
Adibare.
What
So,
nationality is
that's
that name?
I
That's
have
a great
no idea,
question.
but you know, just because you asked it, I'll appease you and look it up. But
He is
I don't
American.
know. He's
Yeah, I don't know.
doesn't say anything.
Cool
Whatever.
name.
That doesn't matter. What does matter are his numbers and how well he ran. Everything. I mean, so the next gen stats, they have him as a 59 production score, which is 7th amongst defensive ends, and 97 athleticism score, which is the first rank of all defensive ends in the class.
Oh.
He's a moose, 6'2", 282 with his wingspan is 33 and 7/8, and 10 and a half inch hands.
Where's he
40
projected
time.
to go?
I think he's been projected second or third round because they don't really know what position he's going to play, because he can play edge, but he can also play the interior defensive line. So he's kind of like a freak in that nature, where he could play either or. If I were a team, I'd assume he'd play like a 3-4 defensive end, because that's how they could use him. But just 6'2", 282, running a 4.49 40,
Yeah.
and a 1.61 10-yard split with a 37.5-inch vertical and a 10.5-inch broad jump.
You said 4.49 was his 40.
Yes.
Imagine
6'2",
okay.
282.
There were some wide receivers that we just saw that are 200 pounds less. Or
Yo,
like,
who's washing dishes right now?
Right.
Ryan,
Get
can
this
you
man
stop?
out of here.
Get out of the Ryan.
Can
Can you stop, Ryan?
Get out of the kitchen.
Tell him to stop. Tell him to
Ryan. Always fucking it up.
You said that like a bitch.
get out of here.
Get
Ryan.
out of here, Ryan.
You're like,
You sound like a bitch.
That's not how you talk to Ryan off camera.
Get the fuck out of here, Ryan.
There we go.
Get out.
Thanks, Ryan.
Go wash your cup. Thanks for doing the dishes. Buddy just splashed me.
Some interesting information about this guy. He has a younger brother that is a 5-star recruit,
Yeah.
and is going to play for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I saw that when I looked him up. But I mean, just he's a freak athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those numbers are fucking crazy for his size.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. And then another guy I really want to look at is Kalijah Cansey.
Yeah,
he's
so good.
One of the stars of the draft. 6'1", 281. Wingspan is 35/8 inches, and then he has 9 inches. So the next gen stats gave his production score a 77, which is second ranked out of all defensive tackles at the combine. A 94 athleticism score, which is first of all defensive tackles in the combine, and an overall score of 82, which is second in the combine. So he didn't do the vertical or the broad. What were you saying? My bad.
We haven't seen someone as explosive since Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I mean,
in terms of speed.
He's getting talked about, not getting talked about like Aaron
right
Donald. Yeah, it's just really hyped about Kalijah Cansey.
I sorry, I had coffee and like I love Kalijah.
I'm hyped about Kalijah Cansey.
Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page.
I mean, 6'1", 281 interior defensive lineman, a 4.67 40-yard dash, which beats Aaron Donald by like 0.01 seconds, and a 1.64 10-yard split, which is exactly where the upper echelon of athletes are. I mean, both of those guys it's insane. You never see something like that out of the combine.
And most importantly, he was already a first-round pick, and or in a lot of mocks. And his season stats led nation's interior defenders with 14.5 tackles and 7.5 sacks. That's really good for
Fucking insane.
an interior guy.
But the thing is, I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but I did it in order of who I was most impressed with. And those two guys are freaks that are setting combine records. You never see that. And they still were not the most impressive guy in the combine. That just shows how good this class is and how this class is just full of athletic freaks.
It's deep. It's very deep.
Deep. We got to talk about Nolan Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Dog.
God. 6'2",
Dog.
238 with a 32-inch wingspan and 9-inch hands. Edge rusher out of Georgia. They gave his production score a 78, which is 5th out of all edge rushers. 85 athleticism score, which is 2nd among edge rushers, and 78 total score. But
wow.
The next gen stats, quite frankly, don't matter. He was the best athlete on the first day.
Mm-hmm.
A 4.39 40-yard dash, which you never see out of an edge rusher, which is fucking terrifying, might I add. Then an edge rusher is running a 4.4. And then a
41.5-inch vertical, 10'8" broad jump.
A 1.52
he didn't do the field drills, but
yeah, I mean, so the 10-yard split, I was watching a video and someone was saying that a 1.65 to a 1.6, you're considered like the top athlete in the combine. He ran a 1.52. Like, that's freakish. He's gonna be so good. I think his stock definitely raised more than anybody else's. He was supposed to go like late first round, but now I can see him skyrocketing to the top 20, top 15, because there are a lot of teams that need edge rushers, and this is a really good edge class, but he's definitely proven himself.
This edge class is insane. I don't know. We might be on the same website right now. The guy under him, Byron Young, Tennessee edge rusher, ran a 4.43, 38-inch vertical, 11-foot broad jump. He already also was very heavily scouted. Like, these are some big guys that can move. And exactly. I think in the last few years, we're really seeing this, like the Chase Youngs, the Thibodeaux, just like the really incredibly athletic edge rushers that are just gonna dominate. And like this is gonna have a lot of studs. This class already looks better than last year. So,
and one thing I'm realizing as I'm watching more football, as I'm studying more football with the draft process, is that GMs and teams, they're very willing to take the athlete over the best football player. Because if you have all the athletic intangibles, you just need a good coach to coach you up, and they could be a freak. Well, if you're just a good football player, not a great athlete, like you know what you're going to get out of them, they could be great. But a lot of teams are just willing to take the athlete first, and I really respect that, and just coach them up.
And Sam, do you have any favorites? Maybe not combine favorites, but just overall, like if you're a team and you're not really looking for a specific position, you're just looking for like who's going to be the best player in this draft. Like on the defense side, who are you taking?
Will Anderson Jr. instantly. I mean, he's an absolute freak on the edge. He has a great size. I think he was something around 6'3", 240, 250. He's a freak. I mean, he was so dominant at Alabama. I think he is the best defensive player in the draft. Jalen Carter's definitely up there, but that's an iffy situation. We don't know what's really going to happen with him. I honestly think Jalen Carter, that situation also just skyrocketed Nolan Smith's stock, and Tyree Wilson as well.
Yeah.
This draft is definitely going to be interesting.
Do you think Will Anderson could make a case for the number one pick? And a follow-up, could the Bears settle? He is talented, but it might not be worth it for them because they do have, I mean, they are rebuilding on all fronts.
I think they should trade down to get him.
Yeah. I mean,
get something else
just
out of it.
Because of how good I think Will Anderson is. I think there is a case that you fear he might not be available if you trade to 4 with the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
That they would take him first overall if they're not getting enough from the Texans. That's a case I would see. But we were all talking last night that I just think the best option for the Bears now is to trade with Houston because of the uncertainty of the Jalen Carter situation. You want to get that immediate impact guy and a guy that's going to bowl through that pretty terrible front seven of the Bears, and that's immediately what Will Anderson Jr. is going to do.
Yeah, even though Stroud and Young have been the highlights of this draft class, it seems like as the combine goes on and as time moves on with the Bears, is they realize that there are so many good players in this draft, and they don't have to hide behind the mirage that, hey, we're going to keep this pick and draft someone to not replace Justin Fields, but keep that stock in that first pick. And the reason why is because there's so many good players. And look at what Stroud said yesterday. He's like, I'm not thinking about Chicago. Like, no way. So like on both fronts, like the Bears holding that pick for trade value, it's slipping away as the combine moves on. So it's gonna be interesting. The draft's like what, a month away now. So
it's in April.
Maybe a little more than a month away. So
to the end of April, I think, the 24th.
Yeah.
So
and also one thing is like, sorry to cut you off, but like free agency definitely impacts the draft 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of like a known thing, but I don't feel like a lot of people talk about how if you sign a huge free agent, teams draft positions
very
just
differently.
Completely switch.
I mean, look at the Patriots, right? There's the Deion. I mean, Judon said it. We could sign DeAndre Hopkins, but
trade for.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Look at how much the draft changes if the Patriots, like their strategy completely changes. You're focusing on replacing some guys in your defense and also getting another inside tackle. So it's pretty cool.
I could see the Patriots, if they get D-Hop, they just immediately shift their focus to scouting offensive linemen.
As a Giants fan, with a lot of moving parts, which I guess we can kind of get into some free agency talk as well with Danny and Saquon. What with the tag deadline right around the corner, what are you looking for in the draft right now? I know that you mentioned the strategy could change, but if you were GM at the Giants, who are you scouting right now?
I'm scouting JSN, Zay Flowers, Quentin Johnston, and then I'd also look at the defensive side of the ball in the corners, like a Keely Ringo. I'd definitely scout Joey Porter Jr., even though he's probably not going to be there. And I just scout a lot of the corners that are in the draft. My name's slipping on a couple of names, but Deontay Banks, he just ran like a 4.35 in the draft. I'd definitely be looking at secondary as well. The linebacker class, I would say scout the linebackers, but this linebacker class is not very good. But definitely receiver and corner. I mean, those are the two big needs that we have. And quite frankly, if you look into this free agency class, there's not a lot of good receivers. I mean, the best receiver that could possibly be there is Michael Thomas, and that's if the Saints release him.
Mm-hmm.
It's either Michael Thomas or OBJ, and then you have a bunch of guys like an Allen Lazard,
Kobe Myers,
guys like that. Yeah, like
this is gonna be a hard corner class to follow up. With Woolen, with Sauce. I mean, this is gonna be tough. So I'm really interested to see where these corners are falling with the strengths of the edge rushing position, with teams wanting a potential breakout in the wide receiver market, with the QBs, with the O linemen. I'm really interested to see where corners fall this year when, how early Stingley and Sauce and Woolen were taken. It's going to be interesting.
Christian Gonzalez, some are projecting him to go 5 or 6.
Very interesting.
But, we're just briefly talking about the Giants. My dream scenario for them is Daniel Jones gets 45 million plus a year, which is just stupid. Like Pat Mahomes makes $45 million a year. And the reason that he's doing that is because he switched management.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, I was listening. I forget who I was listening to a few days ago, but timing wise, he could not have lucked out. This is a Joe Flacco situation from when he got paid his big contract. This is you know who I was listening to? I was listening to Freddie Coleman. I was listening to Freddie Coleman yesterday on Kenny and Carlin's show, and he was saying that Jones lucked out. Look at Joe Flacco, right? Like in that year, like look how the lack of QBs available and the need for the Giants, like they don't want to ruin this system. They might have to pay him that much, which is crazy.
It's unfortunate, but okay, let's say you give Jones the money, then we have to franchise tag Saquon. There's no way Saquon can leave the team, especially what he did last year. It'd be really, really expensive to bring both of them back, but then we'd still have some money in free agency because we cut Galladay. And we still have money that we could spend after cutting Blake Martinez. And we can spend a little bit in free agency, maybe not a lot, but get like 3 good pieces for the team that can help us. And yeah, I'm optimistic.
I mean, you're already at 9 wins. And I just do not see a scenario in Daniel Jones not on the Giants. And that, I don't. I haven't thought about it. I don't think anyone else is really thinking about it. Where could he go? He only really works. We have only seen him work in this system, and we've only seen him work with Dable and this new system that the Giants have with, new rookies. A need for wide receivers for sure, but with Saquon, managing that load and just how they used his running ability, they need to keep him. And I think Jones needs to realize that he needs to stay in New York if he wants to continue his success.
And I'm sure Jones realizes that. He's like, this team needs me because there's not a lot of other good QB options on the market right now. So that's why he's just raising his price a ton. Another quarterback that I just thought of randomly is Geno. Like, he hasn't been extended, but I'm pretty sure they just said they're just going to tag him.
Is he a free? Is there 1 year left on his contract, or is he?
Yeah, this is his last year.
Yeah, okay.
He's a free agent right now, pretty much.
Okay. Well,
so that was our football segment.
Yeah,
you guys had a nice conversation there.
Well, you could have jump in at any time. Yeah, you got to jump in. You got to jump in. I'm not waiting around for you.
Like Tyquan Thornton wears Julian Edelman's number.
I don't think so. Doesn't he wear like? Doesn't he wear like 13?
No, Jack Jones wears 13.
He wears 11.
Really? Oh, tough shoes to fill, and he's not really filling them right now.
Hall of Famer Julian Edelman.
Let's talk NBA. Hey, Luke.
Hello.
What's up?
I gotta go out of full screen for this. So we got NBA. Like I said earlier, hasn't been like too exciting. I mean, it's definitely winding down. There's some teams going on runs. The playoff picture is definitely becoming a little more clearer. So I guess what I can do is just recap yesterday's games because, I mean, all the games kind of have, from a narrative standpoint, they all kind of represent like the state of the league. So
it was a good day NBA wise yesterday. Maybe not great for us, but it was a good day overall.
Yeah,
a lot of good games. The Knicks still tearing through teams.
So. Yeah. So the first game, Magic and Hornets. I mean, those two teams are pretty much out of
the Wembanyama
playoff hopes at this point. But yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the top scorers. Paolo Banchero for the Magic, Rookie of the Year, easily, no doubt. And then Kelly Oubre, leading scorer, 29 and 10. Kelly Oubre's had a huge leap in points per game. I think he's averaging 20 this year, so he's playing really well with the Hornets, but the Hornets really aren't getting any better. Even with solving their center problem and getting Mark Williams, who's been really good for them, they still have a lot of problems. LaMelo's out for the season. Miles Bridges will probably get a contract this month, but he's been out the entire year. So, I mean, the Hornets stay steadily at the bottom. They're one of those young teams that I'm not sure has a really bright future. But I guess we'll have to see as time moves on like the Magic, who have probably one of the brightest futures in the NBA. But next game, Celtics and Nets, kind of a sore subject, but the Nets destroyed a 28-point deficit to come back and win. They beat the Celtics by 10 points on the shoulders of Mikal Bridges with 38 points and 10 rebounds. Seth Curry had a really good game off the bench. Cam Johnson had a really good game. And I watched a lot of this game. I think I watched the half of the second quarter through the third, and then half of the fourth. I couldn't just watch anymore. I tweeted this out yesterday, but I haven't been this mad about Celtics basketball since last year, which kind of sucks.
If I can jump in,
yeah, go for it.
Just real quick about the Celtics. I think with last year, especially late in the season, we were just kicking ourselves in the pants. It felt like with Lou really had a lot of like keeping lead problems and just having a lot of close games that we shouldn't have. And with just how deep our roster is this year, I think going into this year, we were like, this shouldn't be as big of a problem, especially with how deep our roster is. But now, like, as the East gets stronger, somehow the Nets are like unbelievable right now. The Knicks are, I don't even know where to begin with the Knicks. They look, I have never seen the Knicks play this good. I like in my life, I have never seen the Knicks play this good.
Yeah. So
can I add one thing about the Nets?
Well, we're not talking about the Knicks yet, but yeah, the Nets.
In a little bit. Yeah.
Just say the Nets just have insane depth.
Took him like 3 seconds to say
that. Yeah, why did it take you so long to say that?
Because I was
he was like
because I was waiting for you to say something. It's like we
guys,
get back
the
to
Nets
it
have a lot of
later,
depth.
And I'm like,
can I say something about the?
Did.
He said, "Can I say something about the Nets real quick?"
Yeah, you were like later. I was like, oh, okay. And then nobody.
I said the Knicks. Anyway,
it
doesn't matter.
Wait. I got something to say about the Nets.
But yes, the Nets have incredible depth, which is
the Nets
really
have incredible
good.
depth.
But one thing I do want to talk about with the Celtics, they're falling into the old habits of turnovers. There were back-to-back possessions where Jason Tatum was turning over the ball, and I love to talk great about Jason Tatum. He's my favorite player in the NBA. He's my favorite player in NBA history, but he shot 0 for 9 from 3 yesterday, and 0 for 8, sorry, with 4 turnovers and a -19 plus minus, which is really not good. Jaylen Brown had a pretty good game. He shot 15 for 27, with 35 points, which Jaylen Brown's been really good this year. But unfortunately, we just played sloppy ball. It was a sloppy game, and we just got taken advantage of by the Nets. I don't think the Celtics are falling into a slump here. I think they can comfortably, hopefully, take back the 1 seed, if not sit at the 2. The distance between the 3 and the 2 seed is there. It's like a 5-game difference, but I just don't know if any team has what it takes to really shoot past them. But moving on past them, so we had the Trailblazers and the Hawks. The Hawks destroyed the Trailblazers. This was the battle of my 2 favorite point guards, DeJounte Murray and Damian Lillard. DeJounte had a fantastic game. He's had a kind of a quiet season, finding his
career
role.
high, though, right?
He sucks.
Yeah, finding his role with Trey on the Hawks. But maybe behind their potential new coach Quinn Snyder, hopefully that they can, maybe make a little run and make the playoffs. The Blazers, they have playoff hopes. Their playoff hopes are alive. Will they make it past the play-in or the first round? I don't think so. Damian Lillard has been having a fantastic year. He shows no signs of slowing down, but I don't think they have.
You said he was washed?
I never said he was washed. He's my favorite point
guard.
We
both agreed he was washed last
year.
year.
We did not. No, we did not. I never said he was washed.
As good.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's washed, buddy. He was hurt.
No, whatever.
Hey,
I
is
love Dame.
Luke, is D'Lo hurt?
Yes, D'Lo is hurt, and
You know-
LeBron is hurt.
Well, yeah.
The Lakers can't catch a fucking break.
But yeah,
not-
we're gonna get to the Lakers because, guys, I didn't even tell you guys this. I was thinking about the Lakers yesterday,
Mhm.
and I didn't tell you guys what I was thinking. But we'll get there because they're the last team we have to talk about in terms of this. Well, of the teams that played. So the Knicks and the Heat. That was a fantastic game. Wish I had watched it. Wish I didn't have such a busy day yesterday so I could spend a little bit more time watching the NBA. But, as the season comes to a close, I'm definitely going to start watching a lot more NBA.
Mike Breen,
because
dude. Best
I've kind
call
of
of
been
the
slacking.
season.
But
Holy
yeah,
shit.
the double bang
Yeah.
for Julius Randle,
man.
the fadeaway 3-pointer that sealed them the game.
Silence
The
the
Knicks.
haters.
The Knicks are on a roll right now. They shut up the Heat, who have been slumping recently, but they shut up the Heat at home to carry on their 8-game winning streak. I can't remember who said it. I think it was one of the TNT guys. I think it was either Chuck or Kenny who said that Jalen Brunson could potentially be the best free agent signing in NBA history. Sam and I looked at the numbers last night. He's making
Wow.
like around $26 million a year. Very deserving. Jalen Brunson has been fantastic for this team. This team is making a run. They are, and you know what? I'm going to say it. The Knicks, playing as they are a championship contending team. They have to get luck. Like, they have to be a little lucky with their matchups because, let's be honest, we all know how the Knicks play in the playoffs.
Shut up.
We all know how the Knicks play in the playoffs.
As long as we don't play the Hawks, we're good.
That's a real possibility, you facing the Hawks again. I'm not even going to lie.
I know.
Okay.
And it
I'd
fucking
like
terrifies me.
to issue an apology to Sam because I made fun of the Jalen Brunson acquisition so much. So like ridiculous amounts. I think
I'm not
Luke did a
apologizing.
little less.
You both did.
But it was me more. I'll say it
Listen,
now.
The entire
let me-
NBA world made fun of it.
Right,
okay?
right. So I was just following.
Sam, you made fun of it.
Sam made fun of it, but
Because I made fun of it because
Goddamn.
I was like, oh, Jalen Brunson's our compensation for Donovan Mitchell.
Thibodeau knows something. Turn on a Knicks game. Like, I am amazed with how Jalen Brunson is playing, and I'm just gonna apologize to the Knicks in general. Like,
Sorry,
whatever.
guys. I have to go back.
It might be a mirage. It could be a mirage. Like it was. Remember when they made the playoffs that last time? Like it could just be a mirage. But
I have to go back a little. Sorry to cut you off, Dan.
No,
but
that's all I gotta say.
Speaking of the Knicks, someone who has been, playing really well on the Trailblazers is Cam Reddish. He's been playing so well. He's definitely found his role there. Very happy for him. One of the Duke guys with RJ and Zion. Didn't work in Atlanta, didn't work in New York, but it is working for him in Portland, which is really cool to see. But yeah, Jalen Brunson
he's playing pretty well.
Jalen Brunson was a fantastic signing.
I just feel like we can't develop anybody though.
Yeah, I mean,
RJ sucks this year. We definitely can't develop a small forward to save our fucking life. Cam Reddish, RJ, Kevin Knox.
I've never met someone that hates RJ Barrett as more than Jacob Aframian. It's so funny.
I hate RJ. He sucks.
he is bad.
He sucks.
Even when he has a good game, he has the shooting isn't like
because it's one in a million, dude.
Yeah.
So the
also
next
likes
game.
RJ.
Oh, sorry.
Not go.
What?
Sam, did you want to say something about the Knicks before I
I
move on?
was just gonna say RJ toasts his PB&Js.
That's fire. What are you
That
talking
is
about?
Foul
But
as
on like
hell.
some like weird ass bread.
What,
Not
dude?
white bread. Not white
Toast?
bread, not whole wheat. Like some
Wait, no,
weird
no,
ass
no.
bread.
No. Listen, real quick. Toast the bread, then put peanut butter and jelly. Not like the sandwich, then toast it.
He didn't do that.
Okay. Well, is that foul? Toasting the bread and then putting peanut butter and jelly?
I wouldn't do it.
I don't think it's foul. I just I don't do
Just
it.
like a hot PB&J.
Actually, not J. PB, like a peanut butter sandwich on toasted
Yeah.
bread.
I don't.
Fire.
Yeah,
Jelly
I don't.
meat-
I
the
don't really
jelly
fuck
meat
with
is
the
cold.
jelly being hot. The
No, I don't
jelly
fuck
ha-
with. No. I take that back. Yeah.
Okay,
So fuck
maybe a little
RJ for
peanut
his
butter,
stupid
maybe a little
opinion.
peanut butter, a
Oh.
little banana, toast
Yo,
that.
low key, I might do that after we wrap up here.
I got
to be honest.
I got frozen bananas.
I need to go to the store.
I don't like bananas.
You're dude.
Dude, the texture
Bananas?
is so
No.
whack.
Bananas are so nasty.
Peanut butter,
You're literally
oh,
eating mucus.
oh, what
Yeah, dude,
are you
that's what I'm
talking
saying.
about?
The texture is literally like mucus.
The
dude.
taste is unreal.
It's
Mm-mm.
really not.
This
Like
is
the
going on
taste is
TikTok.
fine, but it's not gonna like
Hold on,
make
hold
me
on.
fucking distract myself from the
Yeah,
fact that it
Dan
literally
is
tastes like I have
the
a loogie
banana
in my
number
throat.
one.
I am the
fan,
banana
bro.
baron. I will
You
defend
love
those with my life.
bananas.
Hey,
We know you
yo.
love bananas, buddy.
That's not bad. Like, dude, in
No one
everything,
made anything like
smoothies,
that.
in smoothies,
Yes,
they
man,
wake
the
you up.
taste-
They got a lot of
the taste
potassium.
of banana is
The texture
fine.
isn't fine. Like, it's fine.
No, yeah,
Dude,
the
it's
texture's
slimy,
fucking
dog.
awful.
It's
Banana bread?
I have a
slimy.
fucking
Yeah, banana
loogie
bread
in
is
my
bust.
Banana
fucking
cream
mouth.
pie.
Hey, yo.
I've never
Banana
even had
pudding
it.
is
I just
killer.
wanted to say that. Okay.
Anyway, so moving
That
on.
is
This game is
nasty.
this next game was really good. It was Suns and Bulls.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Now, one thing I really want to highlight about this game as I pull up the box score. Huh?
I don't
Huh?
know why that was funny. I don't know why that was funny.
I'm sorry.
Luke's back.
Yo. That's crazy. Anyway.
Here, I'm gonna meet Sam downstairs and get some water while you talk about this.
No, I want you to hear it.
I'm here.
Say it.
You okay? No, fuck it, go. I don't care.
No,
No.
this is interesting. I want to hear this.
So the one thing that was really cool was you know, I don't necessarily know. No, KD is not on a minute restriction. So Devin Booker had 35 points and Kevin Durant had 20 points. What's really cool to see is I don't think that he's taking this backseat role, but Kevin Durant allowing Devin Booker to be the primary scorer in games is huge for this team. Because one thing we talked about with this trade, I know Sam and I talked about this a little bit, was that the personalities on this team might clash. And Kevin Durant and Devin Booker might struggle for that power of getting like the ball and being the primary scorer. And I think that you see in this game that everything was clicking really well for them. So I think that's really, really important. The Bulls have, you know, they haven't been really good this year at all. I don't know what's been. I think there's been some internal issues going on with them. I know Zach LaVine has had some internal issues, and I think his future with the Bulls is slowly coming to a close. As he was almost traded to the Knicks during the trade deadline, but which would have been crazy. But like, you know, DeMar is still really good. Vooch is, you know, being Vooch and doing Vooch numbers, you know, getting a bunch of points and getting a bunch of rebounds. The acquisition of Pat Bev was actually pretty good for them. But I don't think the Bulls are really doing anything. Yeah.
It just looking at some highlights from yesterday, I saw a lot of double team on KD, and what happened because of that. I mean, first half, Josh Okogie puts up like 15 or something crazy, and
Yeah,
but like
he shot
the pick and roll for Book was just it couldn't be stopped. And then finally, when they finally have to defend Booker a little bit, he just takes him, like, he does this mid-range stuff, and that's why he's one of the best scorers ever. But it's really cool that he's able to be like, he wants to win. He wants to win really bad.
Yeah.
This whatever team, like, Sam is going to be back in a little bit. Luke, let's keep going.
So the last thing that I was about to talk about was the Jazz and the Thunder. The Thunder somehow blew out the Jazz by 27 points with no Shea.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. I just don't think that the Jazz had a very good game. I know they're without Colin Sexton.
That's even weirder.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll look in depth of who scored. Was it Dort?
It was
Dort
was
put a Dort
oh
19-3-2. Oh, Aaron Wiggins
yeah, it was Aaron
27.
Wiggins. No relation to Andrew.
I mean, look at the top scorers in this game: Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams.
Isaiah Joe's been pretty good this
They
year,
have two
actually.
Jalen Williams.
Yeah, they do. They have Jay
That's
Gupp and then the other one.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
one of them's really well, they're both good, but one of them is like really good, like fourth in rookie of the year.
mhm,
You've probably seen him.
yeah.
Um, but
But
yeah, so that's an
anyway,
interesting one.
look at my guy Ochai getting a lot of minutes on the Jazz.
Ochai Agbaji
Yeah, my
from
Kansas
Kansas.
King. Yeah,
Yeah,
he ate. I mean, nothing crazy, just 8, 2, and 3. But that's cool to see. I love him on Kansas.
yeah,
But
man.
looks like Markkinen put up a double double, but didn't
Hmm.
shoot that well. So, I mean, these are two play-in teams in the West. They honestly could
Yeah.
face off in the play-in. As Thunder, again, we talked about this yesterday too, of just how unique their position is with all the
Oh
draft
man,
picks.
yeah.
So I
And they have
really,
Chet coming back too.
yeah. I mean,
So
they honestly, just with how strong the West is, they're probably better off tanking. Like, but they're not going to.
no,
They're
they're gonna do their
with
best.
with Shea, they're gonna really try their best.
At the end of the day, I think
So,
what it really comes down to also is like just the morality. I don't think any team it's good for morale if they tank. Because it's
no.
like, oh, we're gonna go out here and lose these games, I think that, I think they're in a really good spot. They have two firsts. They have, I think it was five. It was at 4 seconds. So
Mhm.
honestly, I could see them like trading up, getting another first. Honestly, but yeah. So I mean, we'll the future is bright there on the Thunder. Now the next 4 games
Mhm.
are the best ones in my opinion that I really
Wow.
want to
So
talk
we
about.
haven't even discussed like this. This is a great day.
Yeah,
NBA.
so Clippers Kings. It really
Mm.
came down to the wire. It was a 1 point game, 128 to 127, with the Kings. Now, this is what I have to say, Dan, and I'm sure you've seen it. The slander. Oh, hey Sam. The slander that
Hey,
Russell Westbrook has been getting since he joined the Clippers, not from Clippers fans, because the Clippers fans, I did watch his debut and they were cheering for him. But I think that they're 0-5, I think, since he joined the team. It is not his fault. He has been fine.
He's been good.
Yeah,
Look at how he dishes the ball to Kawhi, getting some alley oops in. Kawhi. It looks like either he's meshing well. Like I don't know what the problem is really.
So Westbrook had 27 points and 10 assists.
That's
That's really good.
that's awesome. Like
Yeah,
that is
I
that is
love Westbrook.
the Wizards Westbrook. That is like this is not the Westbrook we've seen.
exactly.
This is
I
a
think
good
Yeah,
set. This is a fine setup for him. These are two. He might be with two stars, but these are stars that like are veterans. They aren't like necessarily like 1 and 2. Like how PG said at the beginning of the season, they're like 1A and 2A or 1A,
yeah.
1B. So it's very different situation than the Lakers.
So yeah, but then transitioning on. So actually, the Clippers have dropped 3 seeds since the trade deadline. And they had a pretty good trade deadline too. So it sucks for them. They're now sitting in the 7th seed. But my team is back from the beginning of the season, the Sacramento Kings that I talked about, De'Aaron Fox, in one of our earlier episodes. One of our one of the episodes where all 3 of us were sitting together.
in
But
person.
yeah, but the Kings are in the 3 seed right now, in the West.
That's wild.
They are playing out of their minds. They are winning games and in comfortable fashion too. And things are clicking for them. They got Domas
Light the
Sabonis.
beam.
They got De'Aaron Fox. Malik Monk coming off the bench. He had like a 45-point game against the Clippers. He was lights out. I watched that game. That was the best game of the season. And yeah, Harrison Barnes has been really good off the bench too. So things are clicking for them and they can make a run, I think.
Yeah,
Um, So the next game, Grizzlies Nuggets. This has been a bit of a back and forth throughout the season where they've been playing each other and like trading wins and losses. This time it was the Nuggets in a very comfortable win, but the last time it was the Grizzlies in a very, very comfortable win. So these two teams can go at it, and I would like to see this in a series. Personally.
Very interesting storyline going on with the Memphis Grizzlies,
Now,
as we
yes.
know.
So, getting into that, Ja Morant has just been suspended for 2 games following Instagram Live where he was flashing a gun. There's been a lot of narratives surrounding Ja Morant this NBA season, which if a simple Google search will tell you, I don't really want to get into it on here.
Me neither.
Just know that Ja is an idiot.
He's not making the best choices. And also another huge blow for the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark is out for this season, who's averaging 10 points and however like 8 or so odd rebounds. That's a huge blow for them for sure.
The only thing I'll say about Ja is that if I'm him, I would look at your team right now, right? You have Jaren Jackson, you have Desmond Bane, who are 2 young guys, just like great players to have supporting you right now. Like, just
great
if you're leading this
too.
team, and great guys in general, you have, Dylan Brooks, a great defensive player. We might not like him, but he is a very good defensive player.
He's
and
scrappy,
they are just a good roster up and down.
Very,
and
very good.
They were
team.
great last year. It's just they're very new. If you're Ja, you can't soil this. You can't take this team for granted. You have to realize that the West right now, it's going to stay strong for a while. So you have to be on your. I mean, like you said, his choices are his choices, but you really have to be in the right mindset to you want to win. Just forget what goes off the court. Just focus in.
One thing
that's
all
I'll say.
Just so I could touch on the Ja thing a little bit. I love Ja Morant as a player. I thought he was a good guy for the community. He looked like a good, nice person because he did a lot for the community. But like the choices he's making, obviously, you can't sit here and defend them. I mean, they are not choices that you should be making, especially as a pro basketball player doing what he does. I hope everything works out for Ja. But one thing I will mention is that it's probably killing the team a little bit. The NBA didn't even suspend him. The Grizzlies suspended him.
But this is what I'm thinking is that because this is an ongoing investigation and we don't know all of the details yet, Adam Silver is not one to shy away from making, just quick decisions. The NBA, that's their whole brand. So we're going to have to wait and see. But this could shake up things if he is suspended for an extended period of time.
So I just want to say this is completely unrelated, but I just opened my phone and I saw this on Twitter. So Bailey Carlin, who is a professor at our school, Marist College, he has like this company called Bad Brain Digital Consulting, and he just signed Stephen A, which is super fucking cool.
Oh my God.
Jesus, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Bailey, man.
That's unreal.
Bailey is a great guy, and I really want to take one of his classes next semester.
Me too.
But he also had a viral tweet for the Super Bowl that got posted on ESPN. It got, I think, over 500K likes, which is great. But he's got such a good growing brand. Shout out him. That's awesome.
Yeah,
there's really a picture on Twitter with him.
That's the dream. Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
That's insane.
But yeah, so I just wanted to just highlight that really quick. I thought that was a little cool tidbit.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got 2 games left. This segment's taking a little longer.
Yeah, but this is good. Actually, we haven't talked NBA like this in a while, so
yeah. So once we finish the games, obviously there's one team that we have to talk about that didn't play yesterday. So we'll get into that. But this game, the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are very much back. They are in the 5 seed now. They sneakily slithered their way. Unfortunately, they are playing without Steph Curry, who is coming back today. And Andrew Wiggins has been out on personal reasons. It seems to be some really, really bad family stuff. This is his 7th game he's missing. So, prayers up to Andrew Wiggins and his family, whatever he's dealing with.
Yeah.
I hope to see you back on the court soon. Obviously, when he is comfortable too. Great player.
A guy who really changed his career.
Yeah, it's really great. His career trajectory has been really good. Now a team that has fallen off a little bit is the New Orleans Pelicans. I love the Pelicans. I pray for nothing but their success. Love Zion, but he is unfortunately hurt. Valanciunas is hurt, and they just did not get it done against the Warriors. On the shoulders of Klay Thompson, who is very much him. Jordan Poole has been playing very well. And Jonathan Kuminga off the bench had 19 points. That's really good for the young guy.
Something I'll say about the Pelicans real quick is just we've seen Brandon Ingram kind of improve in the last 2 years on this Pelicans team, which is awesome. I love Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
I would say his growth has not been stunted, but he's at his peak potential right now. But because I think he only had one 40-point game this season, but he's been consistent, which is what they needed him to be. But it really sucks they haven't had the big presence that they wanted. Valanciunas honestly is having a down year, and Zion really, Zion was an all-star starter. It's just the injuries, man. It's what's stopping this team, and this is my one of my finals picks to have the Pelicans in, because they just look, like a team that can really mesh as a young core. But
I wish we could turn on the injury-free rosters like on 2K.
For real.
It'd be Lakers Pelicans in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I mean the Golden State Warriors have made an enemy out of me. As of last year. You good?
Anthony Richardson just set the vertical jump record.
Holy shit.
40 and a half.
Oh.
Damn. For like a quarterback or like
no, just
QB record. Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god. Look at this.
Oh, I can barely see that, but
I'll just send it to you on Twitter then.
Oh, is it the broad jump?
Oh my god. It said vertical, but I don't know. But that's crazy.
Oh, here it is, yeah. Yeah, that was his broad jump. This is his vertical is the record, and he also had a 10'9" broad jump. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So I was just on Twitter, but someone just said Bryce Young took a historic shit after that weigh-in.
Oh my god! All right,
but
I think we kind of get moving. But that was good NBA talk. We're gonna do a quick, because things haven't really kicked off yet with the WBC and.
Wait, we're not done yet. I'm not done yet. Not done yet.
We gotta keep moving.
We still have 2 very big teams to talk about.
Okay, what are they? Oh,
so,
Sixers.
No. The Lakers lost to the Timberwolves. But AD's the only one playing for them as their stars. I was thinking about the Lakers the other day, like yesterday, like I said, I would, as much as I hate the Lakers, I hate the Lakers, but I think it's really, it would be really cool to see them make a run, especially with no LeBron for the rest of the regular season. I think it'd be cool to see them in the playoffs.
Is he out for the regular season?
They're preparing for that possibility. But yeah, so the Lakers, they're trying their best, but they're really not accomplishing. And then obviously the Milwaukee Bucks are on a 16-game win streak. We don't really need to talk about them.
They are?
Yeah.
I haven't followed that. Oh my god.
Who's on a win streak?
16-game win streak, the Bucks.
Yeah, I think I knew about that.
They're better than your Dookie team.
But yeah, anyway, the Bucks are really good. Anyway, yes. So that was a really, really, really long NBA talk. We haven't done one of those in a little bit, though.
It's fine. I think that was important to preface. It also kind of gets me more into the NBA, as we have kind of been lacking lately.
Which we're not going to stop lacking because we're going to throw in some games.
Yeah. But let's move on. Little segment at the end here. The MLB.
Oh, sorry, Dylan Brooks also just got suspended.
For what?
For getting his 16th technical. That means you get a suspension for the following game.
The
Jesus
new Pat
Christ.
Bev. So MLB is in, full preseason swing. We got spring training. There's been a lot of cool stuff coming out of spring training, especially the pitch clock. And we can talk about it, but I just want to go ahead and say I love it. And it feels like 75% of the MLB community likes it. And I think you're getting a mix of two things. A, the younger audience, like, wow, this is sick. They're finally taking initiative. Like, they're finally going to make the game quicker. But you're also getting some love from the older fans because this is how fast games used to be in the 80s, right? Obviously, there weren't set rules to dictate that. Things just happen. But the only weird thing we've seen with pitch clock, we've seen a few weird things. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, Max Scherzer kind of took advantage of the rule, and there was I think it was a Cardinals or Nationals batter who was in the box, and you get one timeout. So he called the timeout for his at bat, and instead of stepping off, Scherzer stayed set. So he stayed set, which means that in that 10-second timeout, as soon as the batter steps back in, Scherzer can just pitch, and that's what he did. Struck him out. Was threw a fastball. I don't even know if that was the original pitch, but you're not in the box set for a fastball. You're not going to hit it. What if it's a guy like Max Scherzer? He doesn't even throw fast, but
especially if you're locked in,
Right, you have to stay locked in. I think the rule isn't perfect. That's what I'll say, because there's still a lot of kinks that need to be worked out. The Wandy Peralta thing, so that was a big thing on Twitter with the 20 seconds. The fastest strikeout in MLB history. I gotta say, yeah, okay. That could have been prevented. And I was talking to Luke about this, that the batter stepped in the box way too early. He could have had 1 foot out of the box, both feet out of the box for 8 seconds. He walked back in with like 4 seconds on the first pitch. The second pitch, he was just stayed in the box, which allowed Wandy to just throw another fastball and again strike him out easily. So there's going to be a lot of moving parts, but overall, I think it's great for the game. And I don't know what you guys think.
I think it's great for the game too. It just speeds it up. And that's been the one complaint that everybody's ever had about baseball, is that the games are too long. And now it speeds up the games. So I like it a lot.
Yeah. I think Luke, if you want to say anything.
No, I mean, Dan, I said it to you in passing. But I was like, the one thing that I don't like about it is that the games are quicker, which means that we can't go somewhere, have the game on, and then come back and still have it on, like the chances of that. But like, that's such a small, like, niche thing, like that it doesn't even matter. And yeah.
I think it does matter a little bit. There's most of the people that I've talked to that are like dedicated baseball fans. They're like, oh, I like the long game. You can throw it on, do something else, homework, whatever, still be in the game. It's great background noise.
Yes.
100%. I think, is that what Arth said? Baseball is the best background noise, or maybe we said that. But honestly, someone which will not be named, but you know who you are, said to me that the best part about baseball in the playoffs is the downtime between pitches, because there's more anticipation between pitches. And I completely disagree, because you're paying for the action. You're not, when Bautista hit that home run, you weren't, the anticipation between pitches wasn't what got us excited. It was because it was a full count, the situation. It was the situation. It wasn't the anticipation before the pitch. Sure, it might have made us more anxious, but that's irrelevant when you consider the situation. And also, if you make the comparison with the NFL, the worst part about the NFL is the time between plays. For me personally, as a watching experience, if they could get rid of that, they would, but they can't, because you have to have time to make a play call. Versus in the MLB, you don't need that much, 30 seconds to adjust your wrist, adjust each finger, adjust, like, and for pitchers, like, to compress yourself, you should be able to, you should be able to throw in 30 seconds between pitches. So
It's better
That's
for
what
the
I'll say about-
integrity of the game too, because there, you can't like cheat if you could, like you can't,
Mhm.
like really.
and also just I think the one concern is going to be injuries. Will there be a spike in pitcher injuries because of this?
I mean, I
I
guess
don't
that's
think
what that's what this year is for, to really find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's also been some rookie standouts I wanted to go over real quick. We were watching Corbin Carroll play.
It's
He is
fast.
fast. He
Yeah.
is fast.
Fucking
He had a normal gap shot to left center.
Then it became a triple.
It is a double for anyone else in the MLB. He had a stand-up triple. Maybe Byron Buxton could pull that off. Maybe Trey Turner. But that was a stand-up triple. Like there was no I think he might be one of the fastest players we've ever seen. And he has power. So he can do it all. He's going to be really exciting in center field this year. And
I
they
wonder
also
what his
have
40 time is.
Yeah. And they also have Alec Thomas, who is a great hitting outfielder. Big guy. I think he's 6'2", 6'3". Looks a big presence in the box. Just looks like he has a lot of power. And I think he was he's a top 50 prospect going into last year. I'd have to recheck what he is this year. I think he played enough games last year to be out of the prospect window. But Carson Kelly, Christian Walker, Josh Rojas. This is
Sam made a really funny face while yawning.
Oh, I thought it was
trying
something.
not to yawn.
He looked,
But Zach Gallen,
Merrill Kelly, like this
Kelly, the dogs,
Bumgarner. Yeah. Zach
got
Davies, dog. I mean, okay,
Dog.
Zach. I think they have a real chance to be in
Mini dog.
the third seed in the NL East.
They do.
Which,
they do have a chance.
With
Ketel Marte too.
Yeah. So with the Giants not making as many moves as they wanted to, and honestly, I would rather have the Diamondbacks roster 10 times over the Giants roster right now.
Because I mean, the Giants lost Rodon and missed out on Correa.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Judge.
And Judge. If I will say one thing, some real quick other rookies. Emmanuel Valdez looks like Juan Soto. Obviously, still needs a lot of development, and he is not ready to. He's a second baseman, so look, he's not Juan Soto yet, and he looks very impressive in spring training. But as we saw from Bobby Dahlbeck last year, spring training does not matter, even if you hit 11 home runs or something.
Tristan Cosmos looks very good too.
Costas looks great. And he's showing pop against lefties, and he can pull the ball, which is something he didn't really show a lot of.
Kyle Higashioka hit 7 home runs in spring training. And then
Where
didn't
is
hit
he now?
7 all year.
Yeah.
Still in the Yankees.
Yeah. And then finally, Anthony Volpe. Have to bring him up, but
Dog.
he looks incredible.
Dog.
And I see him debuting something like halfway through the season when they realized that Kiner Falefa was a terrible signing. And he looks like a great defender. So, and then just finally some more baseball, just getting into the WBC. We got a lot of stuff happening this Tuesday. The first pool, which is in Taiwan, starts that day, as well as Group B, which is in Tokyo. And then later in the week, Saturday, we'll have the Group C and D. So that includes Venezuela, Colombia, Great Britain, Mexico, USA. It's going to be cool. I'm excited. So, but
also, yeah,
go ahead.
I mean, I'm just excited. I'm just going to ask who you think's going to win.
Ooh.
America.
America.
Japan. Book it. They have an incredible roster.
DR.
I think DR is the favorite. Japan, dude. They got Macho Man. They got Yu Darvish. They got Shohei.
Senga.
They got Senga. They got
Shohei. Oh, you said
that.
They have that guy Lars Nootbaar.
Yeah, Lars Nootbaar, which is here. Let me pull up their roster.
DR.
Not soccer.
I'm going America.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, say Suzuki.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. The DR is still gonna win. That's crazy.
I think DR has the best. DR has the best roster. I obviously rooting for America. You know what? No, I changed my answer. I think they got it. Pitching is a little shaky, but our hitting is. We definitely have offense. So
we have no Kershaw.
Yeah,
which sucks, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
but
fine.
I don't even know who our number one pitcher is. It might be Merrill Kelly. So, but all right, I think that about does it for us.
I want to do a try takes 40-yard dash.
We should. That'd be fun. We can record that soon.
We go to the football field and we record that.
Nothing's stopping us. I mean,
late at night. 40-yard dash.
Nothing's stopping us.
Thank
coming
you
up,
for watching try takes.
We got a new brand. We're gonna try to make a blog soon. Get some more ideas on the board. Next week we'll be back with weekly episodes. Probably talking some WBC.
No, we won't.
What?
Spring break.
Yeah, we'll be home.
We'll be home. Whatever.
I won't.
We'll get a spring break. We'll get an episode in there.
Just do it right
I'm
now.
gonna be in Seattle, boy.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, maybe Sam and I will record then.
Yeah,
maybe me and Dan will record. I'm also going to try and make a few videos just about some mock drafts for the NFL. Try to get those up as soon as possible. I have an idea of doing all 32 teams, their dream draft. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do that by the time the draft comes around, but, we'll definitely give it a try. But, yeah, just stay tuned for that.
I'm going to try to make some baseball vids. We'll see what happens.
Content
any last
kings
words,
are coming.
Luke?
There's a parade inside my city, and it ain't Memphis.
Calling out. Sam?
I can't wait to see the rest of the combine. Hyped for the draft. Hyped for everything sports right now. Business is booming in sports right now.
Business is booming. We got some personal news. I might be doing a Red Sox blog soon.
Yeah.
I won't say anything about that. I'm not leaving you guys, but the Relay Throw, my Marist Sports podcast, comes out tomorrow. So make sure to watch that.
The Bruins just scored!
Bruins! Oh!
Nobody cares about hockey.
Signing off.
We're going to go watch that.
Goodbye.
Try takes.